was good. We'll make it short. What's up, Dom? Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Right. He's investigating. This guy, he's running on his 17th cup of coffee, over caffeinated, but he has answers, and he's sure of it.
You know, I was up late last night at my bulletin board connecting the string to all the pictures. And it just so happens that when you chain smoke inside the house, your wife doesn't appreciate it. Just kidding. I don't promote smoking, and I wasn't chain smoking in my house. Good morning. What's going on, everybody?
I'm glad that we have a little PSA for not to smoke. Don't do it. Don't smoke. I'm doing well. It's always a busy morning over here. I'm at the gym Wednesday, Thursday, so it makes it crazy. Dom, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Jets. How are you? Still watching.
I feel like I'm a 7. I'm like maybe a 6.5, 7 out of 10, but it's good. We're showing up, so I think we're in a good space. We got Craig here, we got Chelsea here, we got Dom here. Obviously, we got Jason, we got Dylan, John Skolak, B-Town. We're seeing B-Town. We're seeing B-Town next week, actually, here in New York. It's going to be good. Blaze is looking dapper in his glasses, looking great. We got gratitude, guys.
I am teaching clinical for the first time in a while today, so I always get like the jitters a little bit because you want to fill the time appropriately and provide a good experience for your students. But I have gratitude being given the opportunity to lead people in this way.
It definitely fills your cup. You definitely feel like is it your calling or just something that you enjoy doing?
I don't know if I believe in callings, but one of the things that I think about is, do I think that I'm great at it? Not really. But then I think about, like, of the 7 or 8 billion people in the world, which of them is better than me to do this job? And I think it's probably less than 1%. So that, like, grounds me to think, I am in this position to be doing this for these students.
Nice, man. Is there a student you think back to that you feel like you changed their life by any chance? Or you made them a better nurse?
Oh yeah. Especially like a lot of new nurses, they get so much anxiety about like missing a med or something like that. And I always just go back to like, is your patient alive? Are you addressing their plan of care? That's it. There's all these boxes and notes and blah, blah, blah things to do. But that's like, if you have those two things, you're in a pretty good position, and try your best to do all the other stuff.
Awesome, dude. Dom, would you be a good teacher? I feel like you would.
No, I don't think so.
Why wouldn't you be a good teacher?
I'm not really good at public speaking, especially in group environments and stuff like that. So no, I don't think so. Kids or adults, anything top to bottom. Maybe like really, really little kids, but then I think my patience would get the best of me for little savages. Headphones keep it.
The guy not good at public speaking, but shows up daily to come talk to groups of people. Yeah, I think maybe you're not giving yourself enough credit.
This is the start, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting better. Look, good. I'm trying to push myself out of my comfort zone. I'm trying to get better at speaking with people, because it's now a part of my job more than ever. Getting new clients and selling myself and my company and my team. So it's a way to help. For
That's
sure.
Awesome. Look, Mike, you know what? I want to share some gratitude. I was so grateful. I saw Blaze's stream last night with Mr. Messer. That you just can't help but want to hug the guy, Mr. Messer, that is. And Blaze, I want to hug you too. But I'm so grateful for such creative friends. If anyone saw Blaze last night, I think Blaze was in his element. I think Blaze was in his element last night. If anyone saw him, he created a game. He walked us through certain things. Even Rob was sick last night, apparently, and still showed up and made things happen. But like, it was so cool, Blaze. It looked so fun what you were getting yourself into last night. Dom, did you end up checking it out? Did you pop in?
I came in for like 3 seconds and was so confused, and then I had to go back to work. It was like he was creating a story or something.
Yeah, I was trying to combine Whose Line Is It Anyway, Dungeons and Dragons, and storytelling all in the same stream. I do think it was successful, and it gave me a lot of mechanics to play around with. So it'll be very. If you were to sum it up, like you're a critic, Ryan, how would you? What would your article read? Like 6 sentences.
My article, if I had to give a rundown of what I saw last night, is Blaze hops onto Whatnot to change the game. That would be the title. Because I feel like there's so many people on Whatnot right now trying to sell stuff, and especially within our community too, but you made the selling more fun. And I think that you found a way to do it. And I think that you did it in like not a pretentious way. I think that you did it really fun. I think that it was confusing for some people, but once you watch for at least a minute, you kind of get what the point was. And I thought that you really just I think that you bridged a lot of things for people, and I thought it was really cool. So anyway, congratulations. I thought it was awesome. So good job.
Bukes was in there last night.
But yeah.
The one thing that I wanted to say was the funniest comment, because it was really confusing if you weren't there at the beginning to hear the rules and everything. But somebody jumped in and they were like, "Is this a Series 1 box break?" I thought that was really funny.
No, it was definitely good. I was really happy that you did it because, again, I think you just surprised everybody. But yeah, check it out next Tuesday, right? You're doing it again with Rob.
So next week we're jumping on Rob's stream, and Rob's going to run the show, and I think he's going to do a little bit of a different format, but we'll definitely run back the RV Friends Dragons Anyways stream at some point too.
Nice. And then Blaze, give us one. Don't tell us who broke the TV. Don't tell us yet. Can you give us a little tidbit, a little hint, something, a taste of possibly, because people are foaming at the mouth right now on the couch. They just want to know. They want to know who broke the TV. No one knows. You put up some videos, but give us a hint without telling us exactly who it was.
I do just want to say that I have a hard cutoff at 8:50 because I have to go to yoga and harness some Zen. But I would say it was not the baby. The baby.
Oh, not the baby.
You guys see the video? I asked him twice, and he didn't look at me first. And so I thought that it might have been him, but then I said, "Look at me." And he went, "No, I didn't break the TV." So it wasn't the baby. So it's between the 8-year-old and the 6-year-old.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Well, here. So let's just give some attention to the chat, the couch over on this side, just in terms of gratitude, because we just know we got Chelsea over here, we got Craig, we got Jason, we got so many people, we got gratitude all over the place. Which is definitely good. Did I see something about Florida, Chelsea? What was going on with your parents down there? We got MP over here. Chelsea, are your parents down in Florida? Is that what I saw? Grateful my dad. That's what you saw, right? Because they're down in Florida, I'm assuming. That's what's going on. So I'm wishing your dad the best down in Florida, your parents, and everything going on there. We got David over here as well. So gratitude to all parents. Yeah, of course. We're all VeeDads too. We know this. This is definitely good. So we'll get to it. Blaze has a hard cutoff in 9 minutes, possibly before that. Blaze, we gave a taste of who possibly broke the TV. Let's get to it.
All right. So it was between my son and my daughter. And if you guys don't know, they go to you guys don't know this. They go to aftercare 3 days a week. So as soon as I picked them up today, I went into daycare, and in front of the daycare attendants, I said, "Did you break the TV?" And my daughter goes, "No." And my son goes, "What TV?" And at that moment, DeMille was number one suspect. And so I asked her 3 different ways. Well, when did you notice the TV was broken? Oh, I, I don't know. Well, Louisa told me that you told her, so you had to know the other day. And she's like, "Oh yeah, you're right." And I'm like, "Huh, suspicious." And then I go, "Bryson, I'm gonna ask you again. Did you break the TV?" "Dad, again, what TV?" "Okay, all right, got your poker
It's a
face
good
on."
question. I feel like it's a really good question though.
Yeah, it's a good question. And then so I go back to my daughter and I say, "Was the TV broken when you and Maddie?" Because she had all the boys went out of town, so she had her first sleepover. And I was like, "Was it broken when your friend was over?" And she's like, "I think so, because it's still watchable." And so then we're like walking upstairs, and I was like, "Guys, somebody broke the TV, and I know it wasn't me. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this." And then DeMille just like burst. She's like, "Dad, I did it. I broke the TV. It was me. I was messing around. Me and my friend were playing down there, and I threw something by accident, and it hit the TV. I'm really sorry." So it was the oldest one.
All right, we see it.
Um,
I also like Sagi's comment here because maybe your son did break another TV. He's like, "Well, which one do you want to know about?"
It looked so fun when DeMille did it. I went and did another one.
Isn't there a business now where people go and like pay to like smash things with sledgehammers? Like that's my house now. Heather would lose it.
Well, the couch yesterday was saying that you needed to have a rage room.
Maybe I need
a rage room.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we saw some rage blades yesterday.
So then if you guys don't know, we do a star program where they do good stuff and they get stars. So I told her that she has to earn 2,000 gold stars now. And then she started to cry a little. And I was like, "I'm just kidding, sweetheart," but never lie to me again. So I think the point that I tried to hit on was, we don't care about the TV. You're safe, but we do care that you lied. Don't lie. And she's like, "Oh, I thought you were going to get mad at me." And I'm like, this is cliche, but like, I'm more mad that you lied to me than breaking the TV. Like, don't hide stuff.
So is there this repercussion? Is there like, what is the star thing? I know is there. Is there anything else that's going to come from this? What was Heather's reaction?
Heather like brought her downstairs, made her tell her the story, and looked at the TV. When Heather saw it, I think in her brain, she likes things that like not be out of the range of normal. And so I think that it bothers her with the TV, but she doesn't use it a lot. So it's because it's mostly the kids' TV, but it's still like really annoying. We're not going to do anything about it this year, probably next year. But we think about like when and if kids start to have more friends over and stuff and they want to watch TV, is it like a story that we want them to have, like going back to school, like the Hirsches have a broken TV. But then it's a really good story too. Like, yeah,
can't be that house.
Yeah. So I also like what you guys were talking about the other day. Just take the TV down and put a picture up. But then that means they have to be upstairs more on the upstairs TV. You know what they say? It's a joke. I love my kids.
Well, I'm glad you got to the bottom of it. Do you feel successful? Do you feel like this is a new profession for you? Can we consult with you on future challenges and
I think that DJ Kaufman was talking on his stream the other day about what pop culture cycle we're in. There was like vampires and superheroes and all this stuff. And I think that in between trying to figure out these cycles, it always goes back to true crime. And so I think there like is an opportunity for us to solve some more mysteries. I'm not going to talk about it right now, but there was someone identified as the mystery pooper in our house the other day that squeezed the cheese in my daughter's bathroom. And so there was a whole like investigation with that. But we'll talk about that a different day. But oh
my gosh, we have another investigation to check back in for. We got to be labeling these at some point.
We'll have to keep a case file.
Well, good, man. I know that you have your yoga coming up. Any reflection on listening or reading for today?
It was all about like struggling with your kids. And I read an article once that said one of the number one predictors of your kids like working out and taking care of their bodies when they're older is seeing their parents taking care of their bodies when they're younger. So to me, it's always important. Like my kids see me like getting dressed and like going to the gym, going to yoga, working out at the YMCA, going swimming. And as my kids are getting a little older, like 12, 13, 14, I hope we can take some kind of like fitness classes together, do some 5Ks. So I think it's really just important that we're moving our bodies with our kids and not just like taking them to all the different like classes and stuff like that and dumping them off.
Love that message.
I'd love to hear from the step challenge people. Is there any kids out there that are step counting? My kids aren't. I don't even know if they know about it, but is there any kids out there that are starting to count their steps because they want to be more like mom and dad?
Yeah. Does anyone have a story like either from the Daily Dad Step Challenge that Blaze has done such a great job managing? Did your kids catch on? Are they counting steps? Are they walking more? Or anything else? Are you kids catching on? Is anyone's kids like going to a class with them or seeing them lift or seeing them run more, whatever's going on? I think that's definitely an interesting thing. Because there probably is a better way to go about talking to them or showing them or like to kind of do that stuff too. So good point.
My daughter really wants to get in the gym. My middle child.
Oh, that's awesome.
She in her PE class, I guess they do once a week. They allow them into the gym to work out, and she's been really enjoying that part of class. So she keeps asking, but none of the gyms around us, including the community center, allow kids under 14 or 16 or something like that. So she's not ready yet for that, and we don't have any like home equipment or anything like that. So she at least gets it at school, and she's finally enjoying like PE and walking the mile or running the mile and stuff like that. So she's getting there. And then a teenager, I mean, she works out all the time for cheerleading and swim, so I think she's good to go. But no step counters. I mean, I think at one point they were all kind of doing it, and then it just fizzled out. You know, it's like the charging and the re-looking at it and like keeping track that like always makes them fail and falter.
Yeah. Would you ever, and this is probably, but would you ever let your younger daughter, your older daughters pass to like get into the gym? Is that, or like?
Well, everything here is like, you know, scan it and there's photos. You know, it's kind of like that, you know, system. You have to take a picture when you sign up for a membership. So they don't look that much alike. I mean, I guess they might be able to pass, but no. And my wife works at a gym, so it's not like she couldn't do that, but where my wife works is a little further away. So I think we're just going to hold her off and wait and let her ease into it. And then one day I would love to clean out everything in the garage and get some more stuff in the garage. But yeah, I like the idea over here, David, body weight exercise. We have like one of those mirrors. Is that what it's called?
Oh, you have a mirror?
The interactive mirror. Yeah, I got it for my mom. She didn't use it anymore, so just kind of took it, you know, hand-me-down mirror.
Is the mirror different from tonal? I never remember.
Yeah, I think so. Unless they're like the same company or something, but yeah.
The mirror is definitely more strength, just because I know, I just know more about it. But it's more strength based, and it's more about strength building. Where the mirror is less that, and it's more about just overall movement and fitness. Because the tonal has built-in resistance to it, versus something like the Blaze gone. What's he doing? Versus everything else. So, but yeah, there's definitely a topic, because I feel like this is the idea of pushing our kids and making sure that they're really, staying resilient and kind of getting to the gym and being healthy. But I mean, maybe it's just where my mind is, but like, where is the healthy push? Where's the healthy message? Where's the, the less intense one where, we don't want kids to go off the deep end and be moving their body, in an unhealthy way, right? Overtraining, under eating, that nutrition side is, I think, the next kind of thing too. But how do we make sure that we are, having the message of, we have to make sure that we are being resilient, moving our body, doing this, but making sure that we don't catch them at the wrong moment with the wrong message, and also just, keep in mind the challenges of, disordered behaviors. I think going into the gym, because who was it that, Chelsea mentioned, passed the law where kids need at least 2 PE days. And I know maybe thinking about the overtraining is likely not the bigger issue with the larger population than like the non-movement. I know my mind, just because I do see a lot of disordered eating and a lot of disordered lifestyles from overtraining and under eating, I know in my profession, but I always think about that. And especially when it comes to girls, because I know that the messages, which are getting a little bit better in my mind from what I see, but I'm always worried about it. Is that something that you're seeing right now at all, Don?
A little bit, but not, I mean, in terms of like the message that my girls are receiving, I don't know. I don't think I'm as tapped in to know. I think it still kind of goes around the same as it always has, but yeah, maybe a little bit better. But as far as my kids, I mean, like I said, they're active, but not like actively active. It's more of like when that's the time to be active, like be a class or an activity. And then there's no healthy eating. I would never be able to invite you over to my house. I'd be so ashamed to have you look into my cupboards.
Can I bring something up that's wait, no, I'm so sorry. I heard that wasn't connected, that sound. But no, I would
Okay.
I'm sure
like
that no, can I be completely honest with you? And maybe my mind is going towards this at all, and I can't get it off, and I almost don't want to bring this up because I don't want anyone else to be traumatized by this, because I am really traumatized by it, but I think it's really important within this discussion. And where my mind is going right now. I don't know if anyone knows this story. Does anyone know the story of Christopher Greger?
I don't.
He was a dad that was in New Jersey, and he was sentenced to 25 years in prison. And I'm traumatized because of the video that I saw. If you guys want to Google it really quickly, you can, because I do want to make sure that it is a little bit triggering. It's about exercise, it's about kids, and it's about all that. So Christopher Greger is a dad. I can almost cry thinking about the video that I saw and what this dad was doing, and that's why it's so triggering. I want to make sure that you guys are looking at this, because it's about building resilience in our kids and like showing a healthy way to do these things. And Christopher Greger is, again, he's in prison for 25 years, which I think he should have been shot on the spot. If you look and you find what this story is, he's a dad that put his son on a treadmill. And there's a video, you can watch it. He put his son on a treadmill. And again, I could.
Looks like he was 6 years old.
Right, think about it. But the video, watching this dad push his kid, 6 years old, to do what he was doing. I don't know why. I don't know what the story is behind the dad, but to watch this kid struggle just like that, and his dad kept throwing him back on the treadmill. Anyway, the kid ended up dying because of how much his dad was pushing him. I don't know why. I don't know why his dad would do that kind of thing, but it's like the most traumatizing story that I've seen. Goodness. And I think it's just a good reminder that, I think we want the best for our kids, but there's obviously a limit. And I think we have to understand kind of where the overall message can kind of be, and how we can create this safe space around all of these things, for our kids, where, healthy eating, healthy movement, how we can build that resilience, and how that healthy lifestyle is there. But I mean, my God, the story is sad. I think what makes me so emotional is the video that was out there that I watched, and it's crazy. Oh my God, I didn't think that it was going to get me that much. But I mean, we talk about these things, but I think, again, we are a safe space for our kids. And I think we want to do everything we can to just protect them, both on the side of making sure that they are understanding how to move and be healthy. But, again, there's just that limit anyway. I know he got 25 years. Like, I don't even know why there was a ceiling, a limit put on that. But my good Lord. So
yeah, that's why
I just feel for that kid. I mean, I have a 7. I couldn't imagine my 7-year-old going through that kind of thing. Or any kid, my God, I don't even know why I'm putting an age on it. But yeah, that was just the craziest thing. So I think it's just a really good point. Anyway.
So today is about coming up with challenges, but that is definitely like that's next level. Yeah, that's wild.
It is. What was your takeaway from the reading? What was your takeaway from the reading in terms of those challenges?
I mean, I don't know. What, like, I'm trying to challenge my kids to just be more independent and do more stuff for themselves. Cook for themselves, do their laundry, put themselves in harder situations, talking to friends and new people.
My wife texted me and said that she's making my daughter go clean up part of our building. There's a lot of the kids play out in the hallway, and apparently they made like a big mess last night, which is just like, that's on us as parents. Obviously, we didn't catch it, but someone was like, no, like, these kind of like little play dates can't happen anymore, especially if this is going to be here. So she sent my daughter out to go clean it up and like vacuum the carpets and stuff like that too. I think that right now, a lot of the resilience that we're building in kids, I think it needs to come down to these like really hard moments. And, I thank my wife for, one, sending the message, and then sending her out there to go take care of that. Because I think it was so important, because I think that accountability of understanding, like, well, you know what, if you want to have this independence, you can, but there's going to be the consequences. And I think that maybe the age appropriate consequence right now is understanding, like, you're going to have to go clean this up. Like, we can't clean up after you anymore. It's like the simplest one, I think, for them. But, I love that idea of like pushing them, like, is it laundry? Is it cooking? Is it cleaning up after themselves? Is it managing some money right now? All those kind of things. But I want to take away this month, and I want to keep pushing my girls to find something. I want to end October with my girls having picked up not just a new skill, but a new life skill. And so I'm going to, by the end of the month, I want to make sure that my kids, at least my 7-year-old, is going to be washing her own clothes, I think, by the end of this, because that's the accountability of like knowing that she needs those clothes, that she needs to make sure that she's going to set herself up well. That's going to be my goal. It's going to be my challenge, I think, moving forward right now.
And then I'll let my 16-year-old and 11-year-old who don't know how to do that know that your 7-year-old can do it.
Well, she can, but we're going to make sure she's doing it on her own. Blaze's kindness chart has been like an amazing thing in our house. My kids have been doing a lot more things for each other, and I think proactively, just to get these little stars. And like when they get enough stars, we have a reward for them. But it's been good. I don't know if a 16-year-old is gonna, connect with those things, but I think it could be a really, helpful thing in some way. So we'll see. We'll keep working at it. We want to build these skills and show that we can help those kids. So anyway. All right, man. Any last thoughts, though?
No, not really.
Well, I appreciate you, man.
Yeah,
And
appreciate you too, dude.
Be back here tomorrow. All right.
Okay.
Cool, guys. Mugs full of coffee, hearts of gratitude. We love you guys. We'll see you soon.